Hey everyone, Presley of This, and welcome to Easy Anime Japanese Episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about Japanese pronouns, different ways to say I and you. That may sound easy, but in Japanese there are many different ways to say I and you, and they all have a slightly different meaning. You can learn a lot about a relationship from two people from seeing which one of these words they use. Also this week we're going to show some clips from our favorite animes to see how these words are used. This week is Bleach and Sword Art Online. Just to show you how common these words are, we're only going to be pulling from the first episode of these two series. Let's start with I. The most polite way to say I is Watashi.
Watashi wa shinigami da.
A variation of this that only girls use is Atashi. A more informal way to say it that boys use a lot in anime is Boku. The last way to say I, the really rough way to say it, that boys normally only use, is ore. Like with your boss, a boy would use watashi, and with their friends they would use ore or boku. And girls would use whether watashi or atashi. Now let's talk about how to say you. Again, the most formal and safest way to say you is anata. The word you might use with your friends is kimi. A little rougher and boy talk again would be omae. A lot of times rough Japanese tends to change the I's to S. Omae to ome. A word that's used a lot when people are fighting is tame. And a lot of times it's translated into a cuss word, even though it really just means you. Tame! Another word like tame is kisama, which is used when you're talking down to somebody. Now let's talk about ways to say somebody else. The first is koitsu, which means this guy. The second is aitsu, which means that guy. If you've been paying attention, you may have noticed that this is another pair of koso and dos. So there are koitsu, soitsu, aitsu, and doitsu. Mostly we hear koitsu and aitsu. So another word like Aitsu is Yatsu, but it's used more when you're talking about somebody you don't like or an enemy. There are a ton of other pronouns in Japanese, but these are the ones you hear most in anime. Now you know what they mean a little bit, you can tell how people like each other by seeing which you they use. Just so we can learn a couple more sentences, let's do a couple more concepts. First is no, which is like apostrophe S in English. It shows possession. Watashi means me, and watashi no means mine. Name is namae. So last time we were talking about shortening words a little bit, so a lot of times des is shortened to da. Now that we know these, we can say Atashi no namae wa Presley da, which means my name is Presley. Now what does Aitsu no namae wa nan desu ka mean? It means, what is that guy's name? That's it for this week. I hope you learned something, and I hope you liked the clips. The clips are here just to see that these are used in anime, and they're not just used in Japan. They're used in anime too. And you can know that there can be a sentence, but you can learn just one word in that sentence, and that's a good start. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week with another easy anime Japanese lesson. Bye!